Hello.
everybody. Welcome to 5 Minutes of Awesomism, where Peyton and I introduce you to people, places, and things that we think are really awesome, and they are helping turn negativity into awesomism. So, before we get into it, thank you to the OHO Sunglasses for being our national sponsor. Go to the ohos.com, order your sunglasses. They have amazing sunglasses. They really do. I don't like sunglasses and I wear theirs. And use the code Awesomism and you get 20% off of everything on the site. So thank you to that. And thank you, Brandon Hoddy, for letting us use your music. I almost feel not right saying thank you, Brandon Hoddy, for this one because I have several country music artists that I adore, and one of them's on today. So I feel bad because I'm a big country music fan. I was born and raised in Chicago, but I've always been country music. I love country music. I would rather listen to country music than anything. And that's funny because I'm 65 years old. I grew up in like the disco era and all that. No, I love country music. When my kids were growing up, they knew the words to every song, didn't you?
Yeah.
We can be like it's hilarious. Peyton, we can be in a store or a restaurant and they have country music on, and Peyton will be like, "Oh, I know the words to this song because my mom always played it in the car." Like I am such a big country music fan. So,
No, I'm
so
sure that everyone around him is like, yeah, how old are you?
yeah,
I get that
yeah,
all the time too with
exactly,
country music.
exactly. But I do, and I'm going to tell you really cool because I haven't been able to tell this story on podcast, but I come with you because you're in country music. You know who I followed, like right at the beginning of his career, and he used to respond to me. Like he literally would respond to me and talk to me and stuff. Luke Combs,
Ooh,
not kidding. He used to talk to me, like, because I would always push his stuff when he was really fresh on the, out there. And I loved his sound right away. And so one day somebody said something smart to him and I went back at that person and Luke responded. And from then on, if I ever included him in anything, he would respond to me. That was so cool. And now look at him. He's a mega star.
oh, yeah, it's
So
funny you say that. Back in 2016, when he first started, I also reached out to him and we talked a little bit too. So it was really
see,
awesome.
he is. He's a really good guy. That's why I really like him. So today we have Tyler Brakeall. Tyler has great music. Please follow him on social media. And I'm going to let him tell you about himself because if I tell you, it's just going to be all the praise and glory because I love your stuff. So, and I always share your stuff. So just tell our audience about yourself.
So my name is Tyler Brakeall. I'm born and raised in Arizona and joined the Army after a while and got back out and got back into music. So right now it's just building an audience, playing for friends and family, and trying to save up money to record because people don't realize how much it is to record professionally. It's like $3,000 a song. So
Yeah.
those are the goals right now.
That's great. Well, we'll help you in any way we can. We'd love to help you. We'll push your stuff. We'll help you get people to support you because honestly, I like your sound. I'm not just saying that. It's not just that I like you. I like what you put out. I like your music. I do. I like your sound. I like your voice. I like the way you sing. And, I don't listen to all country artists. There's certain ones that I really love and then there's
Mhm.
something I'm like, okay, but I really think you've got what it takes. I think you got the sounds. I think you got the range. And here's something that most people don't know about me. When I was growing up and when I was first, before I went into politics, everybody always knows me as being in politics for almost 40 years. Okay. I was art and music. I actually I went to a regular college and then design school. My background is more art and music. So I am very particular about music because I also believe very strongly that music is a calming factor when people are stressed.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
and that reminds me, we have Tyler's music on our app, teamawesomism.app. Go on there, listen to his music. It's great. We put his music on there. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll hear Peyton listening to it. Cracks me up. I'll come past the room and he's got it on, and I'm like, I know who that is singing. So, where was your last place that you went? Where was the last one that you sang at?
Last place I sang at was Edelweiss out there in North Scottsdale, kind of Old Town Scottsdale, Arizona. The
Oh, cool.
nice German restaurant, and probably some of the best German food I've had in a long time.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
nice.
I'm Dutch. I'm Dutch
Oh,
Dutch.
no
My
kidding.
grandparents were, yeah, my grandparents were immigrants. So I was raised very Dutch. So the Dutch and the German food are very similar. And my
Oh yeah,
daughter lives in Germany. She lives in Dresden. My daughter and son-in-law live in Dresden. So
nice.
yeah, we like German food.
No,
So
yeah, yeah, that's
do you
what I
have
grew
any?
up on. So,
Oh, did you? You grew
mhm.
up on it? Nice.
Yeah, I grew up on a lot of German food.
Nice. I love German food. I see. I like that kind of stuff. That's my kind of eating. Where did you where are you going next? Tell me where you're going next.
Next will be Bell's Nashville Kitchen again out there in Scottsdale.
Oh, okay. So you're mostly in
So that'll be
Scottsdale area?
So I'm that was the goal this year was to start playing in other areas other where I'm living now. And so far I smashed that goal. That was my New Year's resolution. Like, hey, I want to play down in Phoenix and kind of back where I'm from because I got a lot of family members that can't make the trip up the mountain because of elevation and stuff like that and having breathing trouble. So I'll just go down to you guys and play for them. So that's what happened. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. That's great. So if anybody in the Arizona area listens to our podcast, reach out to them and have them. Listen, I wish you lived here because close to here because we live in a 55 plus community in a country club. We live in one of the Del
Mhm.
Webb ones, and they bring in music all the time. We have 5,800 people that live in our neighborhood. It's kind of it's a very, everybody kind of stays in the neighborhood because we have all the amenities here. We have spas, we have pools, we have everything. Okay. We have clubhouses, we have obviously the country club, we have our own bars, billiards rooms, everything. So you really kind of don't have to leave. So what they do instead is they bring the food trucks and the entertainment to us.
Oh yeah,
So
that sounds like a blast.
it's great. You ought to look into because Dell Webs, they're built by Pulte. They're all over the country. You ought to look because they're always looking for music.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. That
Yeah.
helps that my repertoire is more geared to that kind of demographic, so that works out.
Yeah. Oh, I would love it. I'd be like, and I guarantee you a lot of them would show up in here because, we had an event the other night. We went to see a movie, all of us together. We rented out a whole theater and went to a showing from the
Mhm.
neighborhood. And then we had they did dinner afterwards and they brought in live music. So, it was just a guy singing and, he was just on his guitar singing. And I thought about that. I thought, man, I wish you lived closer because it'd be great. I'd, give your name to them, but you ought to look into that.
Yeah, we'll do. And you
Yeah.
still can give them my name either way. I've been thinking about traveling every now and then to go out different areas, and I got a lot of military buddies that are out and about different states, and I love to just go out there and hang out with them, and have a beer or two and play some music out there.
Nice. I'll definitely. And we have a really good veterans club here too. I mean, I'll tell you, I will brag on my neighborhood. We have a big veterans group in here. We have all these different groups in here too. And they went to the Veterans Feeding Veterans, which is a charity here to help those that are, really stuck right now. And the pantry was almost completely bare. So one of the guys from the veterans group in here, they put it on one of our group things and said, we need help. We got 1,500 pounds of food donated.
That's
1,500
awesome.
pounds, isn't it? That's what I like. That's what I like.
Mhm.
I like being a part of something where people don't just go, oh, that's terrible. I want to be a part of something where people go, okay, I'll go to the grocery store. I'll buy, even if I'm on some of the seniors are on limited budgets, but guess what? You buy five, six, $7 extra worth. Everybody does it. We've now fed the veterans.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. So where did you serve when you were in the army? Where'd you go?
So I was in South Korea for a while, Tennessee, Washington. I did a little bit of time out there in Louisiana for some training, and so a little bit everywhere, other than Middle East where things started dying down a bit when I was starting to serve.
Okay. Okay. So you didn't serve over there? You didn't
No,
go over the
luckily
weekend.
didn't have to, but I mean, we're trained and ready to go whenever, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah. One time when I was flying home from Dubai, we were having really bad storms in DC. I was flying into DC because I lived in DC. And so they were really limiting who could get on the plane. And so because they were only letting one flight out and there was like three flights. So a lot of the guys from Iraq would come into Dubai to do their debriefing and all that and then go, right? And
Mm.
so I'm standing in line and I said to the woman at the counter, I go, listen, I've got a special needs child at home. I've got three children. I'm a single mom. At the time, I was a single mom. I said, can I please get on? And it was so funny because these military guys were standing around me and they're like, let her on, let her on, let her on. So she said, yeah, she can get on. Well, as it turns out, we get on the flight. Everybody on there is military, except for like me and two other people, because you guys got priority, right? And I said to the guy sitting next to me, I've never felt so safe in all of my life. Like, I was like, this is so great. Like, I was so happy because I love the military. When Peyton was little, I shouldn't tell you this at your army, but when Peyton was little, he used to think the end of the Star Spangled Banner was Go Navy, beat Army. He did. He would always shout, Go Navy, beat Army.
Yep, go
Oh
Navy.
man.
It was so funny when he was little. I'd be like, Peyton, that's only, before the Army Navy game, right? He's like, no, we sing the song. And I'm like, no, Peyton.
I'm sure some Navy vets will love that.
Yeah. Well, my oldest son's godfather played football for the Naval Academy for 4 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. And my oldest son is named after him. So he's a big part of our life. And so needless to say, he was the one who got us all Go Navy, beat Army, right? And so Peyton would hear that. And I used to have up in my dining room, I had a big Go Navy, beat Army sign. And people would be like, why do you have that up? Like, I thought it was just ridiculous. I'm
That's
like,
great.
I love the military. So, well, you know what? We'll help you in any way we can. We thank you so much for coming on. And it was great. And seriously, we really appreciate you letting us put your music on our app. And if we can ever do anything for you, reach out to us and let us know. Oh, I have
Yeah,
one
we'll
more
do.
question. One more question. So, when you're writing a song, and I'm serious about
Mhm.
this, when you're writing a song, what do you find to be your biggest inspiration, and how do you take that inspiration and put it into music?
Kind of what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing out and about. Right now I'm working on a song actually from Alpine. And I mean, it's not the greatest thing to write about, drinking and stuff like that, but they're great folks out there and they drink a lot. But the thing is, they never remember your name when you walk in there. So I'm starting to think about some kind of like a honky tonk amnesia song, kind of like what Mo Bandy had done, but something for those guys out there.
I love that. See, I love that. We just had an autistic adult. We were the podcast we were recording earlier, and he's going to take what it's like to be an autistic adult and put it to hip hop because he
That'll be
wants to
interesting.
share. Yeah, and I started thinking about it, and I thought, okay, that's how he got his inspiration. How do guys like you get your inspirations? But that's cool what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Life
Yeah, it's
experiences.
mostly just yeah, life experiences, interaction with other people and stuff like that.
I love it. I love it.
The
That's
thing
great.
is, another thing that I love about country is just storytelling in general.
Hmm.
Storytelling is one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. I think that's why I love country so much. It's so relatable. You know what I mean? And I think that's also why I like listening to it like when I'm stressed, because it's kind of like you get so caught up in the song instead of just la 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 la, like so much of the other. And it's kind of like you hear it and you feel it in your heart. And you
And
kind of just, yeah,
you can see it. Yeah, you can see it.
you're right. You're exactly right. You're right. That's really true. Now that you're saying that, that's really true. Like, that's one of the reasons why we use Brandon Hattie's Small Town for our podcast, because he talks about what it's like to live in a small town where everybody knows each other, that kind of hang together. And we use that because that's what we want to do with Team Awesomism, is we want people to feel like we're a community that if you need our help, you come to us. We're your neighbor, whether you live in Arizona and we live in Florida, you need our help with getting your music out there. We're part of your community. We'll help you put it out there. That's what I love about it. So yeah, no, it's great. Thanks for answering that question, because that I kind of, when he said that, I started thinking, oh, I wonder what motivates or how they think of things. So I appreciate you answering that.
Yeah, no problem. It's another reason why I don't like newer country, because it's not the same.
No, it's not.
No,
I
not
love
at
the
all.
old country. I really like the old country. Yeah, I'm very much, most of my songs that I listen to are that type. My kids used to tease me. They're like, do we have to hear the same, song for 25 years? I'm like, yes, you do, because I like them. I don't care.
I was the same way growing up until you hit a certain age. You're like, oh, now it all makes sense. Now I understand why.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, my oldest son just turned 40, and he's now kind of like starting to say things to me like, oh, mom, now I understand why you thought blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, see, I told you that. Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and you have a great night. And we'll keep playing your music and sharing your stuff. And if we can ever help you in any way, and if you're listening to this podcast, please look him up, Tyler Brakeall. Listen to his music, follow him, share it, and we will support you. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank
having me on. You
you.
guys have a good night.
Tyler.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, keep up with the music, Tyler.
Yeah, keep
All
doing
right,
it.
see
You'll
ya.
get there. Bye.
Bye.